Does F-1 OPT EAD Indian nationals need H-1B visa before starting their EB-2 or EB-3 green card process? No, F-1 OPT STEM OPT EAD Indian nationals do not legally need an H-1B visa to start or file the initial stages of an EB-2 or EB-3 green card process. An employer can sponsor an employee for a green card at any time, even while they are on an F-1 OPT EAD visa. However, for Indian nationals, transitioning to an H-1B visa is practically needed to maintain legal work authorization due to severe backlogs. The H-1B bridge. Because Indian nationals face decades-long wait times for EB-2 and EB-3 priority dates, your H-1B would bridge the gap between your F-1 OPT EAD and until your green card is ready. Filing early for a green card for an Indian national F-1 OPT EAD visa holders locks in an early priority date. For Indian nationals facing decades-long employment-based backlogs, this establishes your place in line as early as possible. Because Indian-born applicants face significant statutory backlogs, establishing and holding an early priority date is the most impactful step you can take. The key benefits of securing this date while transitioning through F-1 OPT status include locking in the priority date. For Indian national F-1 OPT EAD visa holders, your priority date is the day your perm labor application is received by USCIS. Your priority date determines your spot in the visa queue. Getting this done on an F-1 OPT gives you a massive head start over waiting until you secure an H-1B visa. H-1B cap exemption and extensions. For Indian national F-1 OPT EAD visa holders, once you have an approved I-140 petition, it provides the foundation to extend your H-1B status beyond the standard 6-year limit in 1-year or 3-year increments while you wait for your green card to become current. How the green card process works on OPT? An employer can file the first 2 stages of the green card process while you are on an F-1 OPT EAD. 1. Perm labor certification. The employer tests the job market. Filing this does not violate your F-1 OPT EAD status. 2. Form I-140 immigrant petition. The employer files this to prove you qualify. Filing an I-140 does not violate your F-1 OPT EAD status. Why Indian nationals need an H-1B anyway? The H-1B extension is your lifeline. Since your 3-year STEM OPT will expire long before your priority date is current, you need an H-1B visa to stay and work in the US. Once your I-140 is approved, the H-1B visa can be indefinitely in 3-year increments while you wait for your green card. Can F-1 OPT EAD Indian nationals continue their green card process after moving on to H-1B visa? Yes, Indian nationals can seamlessly continue their green card process after transitioning from an F-1 OPT employment authorization document to an H-1B visa. Because employment-based green card sponsorships are tied to a future job offer, changing your current temporary non-immigrant status invalidate or restart the underlying green card application. Moving to an H-1B visa provides major legal advantages for Indian nationals navigating the green card timeline. The H-1B advantage. The H-1B is a dual-intent visa. It explicitly permits you to seek permanent U.S. residency while maintaining your temporary work visa status. You can travel abroad and renew your visa stamp them without harming your pending green card case, breaking past the 6-year H-1B cap. Because Indian applicants face decades-long backlogs due to country-specific limits, the H-1B acts as a crucial holding status. 1-year extensions. If your employer files a perm labor certification or an I-140 petition before your 5th year on H-1B finishes, and it stays pending for more than 365 days, you can extend your H-1B status year by year past the standard 6-year limit. 3-year extensions. Once USCIS approves your I-140 immigrant petition, you become eligible to extend your H-1B status in 3-year blocks indefinitely while you wait for your priority date to become current.
F-1 OPT EAD Indian nationals. How can I get my green card sponsorship at the earliest? How to transition from an F-1 OPT EAD status to a green card as an Indian national, your most critical first step is to job with an employer willing to sponsor your permanent residency immediately as India faces severe employment-based visa backlogs. Step 1. Secure sponsorship and start the perm process. Your employer does not need to wait for you to get an H-1B. They can sponsor your green card directly while you are on F-1 OPT EAD. Find an E-verified employer. Ensure your employer is registered with E-verify, so you can utilize your initial OPT and transition into a 24-month STEM OPT extension if eligible. Launch the Perm Labor Certification. Your employer must file a perm application with the U.S. Department of Labor, DOL. This proves there are no willing or qualified U.S. workers. There are no UR for your position. Lock in your priority date. Once the perm is approved, your employer files Form I-140, Immigrant Petition. The date this is filed becomes your priority date, your place in the multi-decade wait line for Indian national. Step 2. Secure a dual intent visa. The H-1B route, because the green card wait times for EB-2 and EB-3 categories span 10+ years, your 1 to 3 years of OPT/STEM OPT will expire long before your priority date becomes current. Enter the H-1B lottery. Have your employer CAP register you for the H-1B lottery every March during your OPT eligibility. Bridge the status gap. The H-1B visa allows dual intent, meaning you can legally renew it indefinitely once your Form I-140 is approved, allowing you to live and work in the US while waiting for your green card line to move. Filing an early green card as an Indian national F-1 OPT EAD visa holder locks in your priority date in the USCIS queue. Given the severe per-country caps and decades-long backlogs for Indian applicants, establishing an early spot prevents you from falling further behind in the multi-year wait. The specific benefits of early filing include securing your place in line, because green card categories, such as EB-2 and EB-3, are oversubscribed.
Applying green card by Indian national, F-1 OPT EAD visa holders as early as possible would ensure you are ahead of thousands of later applicants.
First come, first serve. Indian national F-1 OPT EAD visa holders will get a priority date as soon as your employer files the Perm Labor Certification with USCIS. Obtaining a priority date is a golden and official spot reserved by USCIS for green card applicants. Priority date offers first come, first serve basis by USCIS for all EB-2 and EB-3 green card applicants. Priority date retention. If your petition is approved, you retain your original priority date. This means if you later change employers or need to transition to a different category, your time spent in the queue is preserved.
EB-2 or EB-3? Which green card category is better for Indian national F-1 OPT EAD visa holders? EB-2 is generally better for Indian F-1 OPT EAD visa holders because it positions you in a higher preference tier and avoids volatile down-tiering that heavily impacts the EB-3 queue. However, given the severe multi-decade green card backlog for India, both categories function similarly as long-term holding patterns while on an H-1B visa. Here are the key differences between EB-2 and EB-3. Let's compare the EB-2 and EB-3 green card categories. For EB-2, you generally need a master's degree. Both categories a perm labor certification. Why EB-2 is predominantly advantageous? H-1B extension stability. Securing an approved I-140 in either category allows for indefinite H-1B visa extensions beyond the standard 6-year limit. However, entering the system via EB-2 leaves you with more lateral options later on. Downgrade flexibility. It is legally possible to downgrade an EB-2 petition to EB-3 if the EB-3 visa bulletin dates temporarily move ahead of EB-2. You cannot upgrade an EB-3 to an EB-2 without an entirely new perm and higher corporate job requirements. Reality of the visa bulletin for Indian nationals. According to the latest August 2026 visa bulletin, the U.S. Department of State listed India EB-2 as unavailable because the annual per-country caps for fiscal year 2026 were entirely exhausted. The dates will reset with a major advancement when the new fiscal year opens on October 1, 2026. Meanwhile, India EB-3 sits at a final action date of January 1, 2014. Because both categories have decade wait times for Indian nationals, the primary goal for an F1 student is securing any approved I-140 to remain in the country safely. Can Indian nationals on F-1 OPT EAD visa have both EB-2 and EB-3 or I-140 petition approved simultaneously? Yes, an Indian national on an F-1 OPT EAD visa can have both an EB-2 and an EB-3 I-140 petition approved simultaneously. United States Citizenship and Immigration Services allows an individual to have multiple immigrant petitions pending or approved at the same time. This strategy, often called an EB-3 downgrade or maintaining concurrent tracks, is illegal and frequently used by Indian nationals to take advantage of shifting backlogs in the visa bulletin. Holding these dual approvals while remaining on an F-1 OPT EAD student visa comes with significant benefits. Maintaining dual approvals. Priority date retention. Whichever I-140 was filed first establishes your priority date. You can port this priority date to the other approved I-140 category to secure the earliest possible place in line. No automatic cancellation. An employer can file a new EB-3 petition based on a previous EB-2 perm labor certification if qualified. This results in 2 separate, valid approved I-140 petitions. While US allows multiple filings, having any approved Form I-140 heavily impacts an F-1 visa holder due to the concept of immigrant intent. F-1 status and CPT-OPT extensions. As per official USCIS policy manual updates, an F-1 student can have an approved I-140 and still apply for OPT, STEM OPT extensions, or change schools while inside the US. The Indian backlog dilemma. Most students transition from F-1 OPT to a dual-intent visa like the H-1B to travel safely and renew their status indefinitely while waiting. Please feel free to reach out to Artifint Robotics Technologies at 945-468-8100 for more information on starting an employment-based green card process for F-1 OPT EAD visa holders.